Right, we'll cut that bit out.
Because that way you like me, shit. I was only joking.
Right, this is a good start to the interview. This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm with the King of Derby, I'm with the King of Sheffield, Johnny Nelson, Clifton Mitchell. One day out, what are we saying?
We're all good, we're all good. You know, every time me and him get together, people think, you know what, I remember those two from when you used to go to Josephines and stuff like that. You go and go for like Clifton. That's what my mum used to say. Certain people understand what we're talking about.
What's he talking about, Cliff?
I haven't got a clue, mate. I'm English, mate. I don't understand that gibberish where he's talking. Where are you from? Jamaica, son? Yeah, well, I'm going to behave myself. I'm going to say, like, the most important thing is that we're here, we're all living, and the good fight, there's some good fights on tomorrow, tremendous fights, and there's some 50-50s.
I know what you really want to talk about. You want to talk about Tyson Fury's tweet, don't you?
No,
which one?
He didn't put anything out. He, I think, gave an interview to someone and he said, I know how Alexander Usyk wins. He just has to keep chopping away and the bodybuilder will fall, are his words. Thoughts?
Well, but to chop away, has he got a long enough chopper? Boom, boom. Pardon the pun. But what I'm saying is, if it's all right saying that, he's got to get there. If he can get there and keep chopping away, then he might.
We'll have a look at the full quote here.
Right.
Yeah, your thoughts on it whilst he's reading that, John?
I think, listen, you can always, whichever side of the fence you're sat on, you can always find a way. One fighter will beat the other fighter. The thing is, you've got two elite athletes here at the top of their game that have got to try and play chess, physical chess with the other. And yeah, of course, that would work if Usyk could do it, but he's got to be able to do it first. And it's the same for Anthony Joshua. Can he keep Usyk on a long, sharp, hard jab and then set him up as he comes in? Can he stay disciplined to stick to a jab? And that's the question. Whose nerve will hold the most? And that's why these guys are where they are.
It's an interesting one with Usyk though, because we've never really seen him hurt. We've never heard about him being dropped in sparring. His mind's never been tested in that way.
As amateur though, didn't he? So we got drops as amateur, which, you know what, that for me, an amateur career is like an apprenticeship for what you're going to do now. But I'd say he's saying he's a one-trick pony, you know, and a guy with a card trick that nobody can work out. Yeah. So the one trick might be good enough. We'll see tomorrow. But I think for me, I'd love Joshua to go out there and knock him spark out. But we'll see what happens.
You know what, the thing is, I suppose people like Clifton and myself, the reason why we talk the way we talk about Usyk because we're from a gym of unorthodox fighters. So when he's showing his little bit of magic in front of you, we see that every day of our career, so we know how to cut through the bullshit and to deal with that, because that's in our gym, that's what our gym was all about.
He'd be very comfortable in an Ingle gym.
Every day of the week.
He would be very comfortable. USYK would be very comfortable. It'd be like his second home there. And unless you've been in there with a top-class Ingle fighter that can do that, look what Kid Galahad, Jazzy Dickinson, Johnny Nelson.
And the reason why he's so successful is because there's not many people like him to use as sparring partners. So how can you prepare for something like that? I suppose it's like not having many southpaws around. Because there's not many southpaws, you're not going to be used to them. But if you're from a gym of unorthodox fighters, southpaws, switch hitters, then it's second nature to you.
Do want to ask about some comments that Anthony Joshua made as well this week. He believes that Deontay Wilder will stop or knock out Tyson Fury come October the 9th. Are you surprised by them comments?
He's just done what Tyson Fury's done. He's saying he can. Yeah. He's got that punching power to do it. He's not saying he will. He's saying he can do that. You know, and I'd say if he lands this shit, of course he can do it. But the thing is, like the last two times, Tyson Fury's just not let him do it. Give him the option, he can do it. So it's how you twist the information coming out. So he's not really said anything that nobody.
Did you see this interview? Because I saw something else.
Well, what you're saying to me, that's what I'm saying. He's basically telling you how he can beat him. Tyson Fury's doing exactly the same. He's talking about how Usyk can beat Anthony Joshua. He's not going to big him up and do him any favours.
No.
Do you think they're playing mental warfare during this fight?
Yeah, a little bit. But listen, they're both boxing within a couple of weeks of each other, yeah? So, for me, I think Tyson Fury's got either it's going to be really easy or it's going to be hard. Understand? I don't think there's going to be no 50-50 fights here. I think both fights can either go really quick or really long. You know? That's how I see both fights. I think with Tyson's obviously smashed the granny out of him already once. So for me, if he goes in there with attitude, I'm just going to do that again, he could get unstuck, could walk onto something.
But then you've got Deontay Wilder that's been seething for the past year thinking I'm going to deal with him. So if he runs in and thinks, you know what, I'm just going to bum rush him, he could either catch him early or he could walk straight onto her. Tyson Fury's gambling on him, trying to rush him early, trying to jump on him. That's when he's going to walk into the shots. So you can see how both fighters' mindsets will play a big part in their fight, their third fight.
Lastly, just want to touch on your boy, Florian Marco. Caused a bit of drama yesterday.
Nope. What I do, something like that. Exactly, Mike Baker. You ask the boxing board, anybody that's been around boxing, I'm the most quiet person around boxing or around the ring. So no, I didn't. You don't need to wind Marco up. Marco is his own man. So I think it's very interesting. I think it's a good fight, and also think that Prodan is up, ready to go. But I think within 6-7 rounds, I think we should get to him. Yeah.
I've seen Marco in the gym, and what these guys are doing together, you know, if he's sensible, you know, I don't want the wheels to fall off at this stage in his career. So he's got to make the right decisions in how he prepares, his guidance in who he boxes and how he boxes to get to a certain level. Because if he can keep this kind of intensity and tension to himself at a higher level, it'll be a big pull. How many tickets he sell? 1,000 tickets?
Plus? Easy. Yeah. He sold Bethnal Green out on his own. He said, just give me all the tickets. Yeah. So listen, he's very, very popular in Albania and Italy and Greece. Lovely kid.
I like him.
Yeah. Absolute lunatic. As long as he keeps his nerve and he doesn't. Come fight day, he seems to be settled down. But as long as he keeps calm and switched on, he does it easy. Yeah.
Clifton, Mitchell, Johnny Nelson, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. I'm sure we're going to grab you about 10 more times today.